Welcome Data World Solution. Hope you are doing well. In this video, we will learn about group by function. Here I am using free trial Snowflake account. How to set a free trial Snowflake account you can check from a Snowflake playlist in my channel. And this is my Snow side web UI. One request viewer, please subscribe this channel and like this video if you like this video contents. So let's get started with group by function. So first understand group by function. There is two type of function, single row function and multi-row function. Multi-row function take multiple input and return single output, and single row function take single input and return single output. Okay, we already learned about single row function. For example, lower, upper, to date. This is a single row function. In previous video, we already learned about single row function. You can check from Snowflake playlist. In this video, we learn about multi-row function, which is group by function. Here is the list of group by function: average, count, max, min, sum, list, egg, standard deviation, variance. This is our group by function. Last three functions we learn in another video: list, egg, standard deviation and variance. We learn in another video. In this video we learn about average, count, max, min and sum function. So let's understand by example in a Snow side. So first we learn about maximum and minimum. Max and minimum, find the maximum and minimum of any records. So here if I execute this statement, this return the all account balance which are present in customer table. Control enter to run this query. Here you can see we retrieve all account balance from the customer table. If I want to find only maximum account balance and minimum account balance, we can use max and min function. So if I execute this statement, you can see the result: maximum of account balance 999.99 and minimum account balance negative 999.99. Okay, we can use max and min with varchar data type. So if I execute this statement, you can see the varchar string data type. Okay, we can also use max and min with date data type. Here order date is date data type, so we apply max and min with this column. You can see this is the maximum date and this is the minimum date from the order table. Here I am using this Snowflake sample data and TP-ch underscore SF1 schema, or we also use this TP-ch underscore SF1 schema and TP-cds underscore SF100 TCL schema for our example. This is default database from Snowflake which is provided by Snowflake. Okay, so now learn the sum and average function. Sum and average function aggregate the account balance and sum the account balance, and average function average the account balance. Average function ignore the null value. For example, if I take here 10, 20, 30 and null value, then it's aggregate to only three value: 10 plus 20 plus 30 and ignore null value. It's divide by 3, not divide by 4. So you take this important point in your mind, okay, by while calculation. So if I execute this statement, you can see the result is it's aggregate the value for account balance and it's average the value for account balance. You can see here the results. Now let's understand count function. Let's execute this statement. You can see the all column and all row from customer table. Now if I use count star from call center table, it's count all duplicate and null value, means it's count all records from this call center table. So if I execute this statement, you can see 30 is 60 is the records in call center table. Okay, this is a count one is same as count star. So if I execute this statement, you can see the result. If I use count any column name, then it's ignore null value. If I execute this statement, you can see the result. You can handle the null value using NVL function we learn in this example. First we learn distinct function. Distinct function take only unique value, and count function count the distinct value of a division column. So here I am using distinct, and here without distinct. You can see the difference. Here it's take only unique count, and it's take all the records of division column. Okay. Now we can use NVL function to ignore null value by using NVL or if null function. So here I am selecting, we apply count, then we apply nested function NVL and put here cp start date underscore sk and put here if null value, then it's make 0 instead of null value. Here without NVL function you can see the difference. You can see here without NVL 49,514 and with NVL function here 50,000. Okay. You can use where clause to filter any records. Okay. You can see result. If we apply here automobile for market segment, then you can see only this record. Without this there is more than 50 150,000 record. Okay. We learn about group by function. Here is the select grouping column, and this is aggregate column. So it must be in group by clause because this is grouping column. It's aggregate the data sum based on customer key. Here I put here national key. So better understanding. If I execute this statement, it's return error. It's written not a valid group by function. It's this is a grouping column, so must be in group by clause. For example, here I put here national key in group by clause, so it's written the result here. This is the aggregate data based on this national key. Here is the in background multiple of a national key. For example, 14 14 14, and then aggregate and return single results. It's take multiple input and return single output. Okay. All grouping column must be in select clause. Okay. Here this is grouping column, this is grouping column, and this is account balance is aggregate column. We apply some aggregate function. So if I execute this statement, you can see the result. It's based on group by national key, after that market segment, and then aggregate the account balance. Okay. Okay. If you here do not use market segment, only use national key, then it's give error. If you execute this statement, you can see the market segment in select clause is neither an aggregate nor in group by clause. So it must be in group by clause. So it's return the accurate result. Okay. We can use alias name in group by function, but it not support in other database. And we also use alias name in order by clause. You can see the results. It's work in Snowflake. This is important notes for Snowflake. It's not support for another database like MySQL, Oracle, SQL Server, but it support in Snowflake by using alias name. Okay. This is very important note. We can use where clause in with group by function, but where clause always use before group by function. Okay. Here we are selecting national key and aggregate the data based on account balance and national key from the customer table, and filter only market segment equal to building. If I execute this statement, you can see the result. National key is this one, and filter building only market segment, and this is the aggregate value based on national key, and here put only n as a alias name, and we also use n in group by clause which is alias name, and order by alias name means national key. Okay, having clause. If you want to filter based on aggregate data, we can use having clause. It's not work on if you put if I execute first this statement, you can see the result. Aggregate data must be greater than 50 lakhs. Okay, but if you want to filter in group where clause, it's return error. So if you test this, it must return error. Okay, you can see result. So I undo this result. Now you can see result. So that's all about in this video. If you like this video content, please subscribe this channel and like this video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.